Hey y'all, this is Cyndi. I'm the Tireless Tangler, and you've arrived at day 60 of the 100 Days of Zentangle Project 2019. Thank you so much for being with me today. 60 days! I can't believe it. I am thrilled. I'm thrilled that this thing has gotten so awesome. I'm thrilled that you all are with me every day. You guys have become such a happy, warm, wonderful place for me every day that I just love sharing these videos with you, and I appreciate you watching them so much. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe if you can. Get a chance and don't mind letting the videos run maybe a minute more than you normally would. That would help me out tremendously. I am extremely close to both of my goals with subscribers and with watch time so that I can become a YouTube partner and get this channel rocking and rolling. And so your help with that would be tremendous. Thank you so much. Today's pattern is going to be Jester. It is by Canadian tangler Cyndi Knapp, and I'm going to explore it with you right now. It's a lot of fun. Jester is a really simple thing, and there's a couple of ways that you can approach it. You can start by making large connected X's. This method is a little bit difficult for me because I have trouble getting my X's straight, as you can see. The next step from this is to take these ends and put a loop on them. And your loop can look small and skinny, like this. It can look big and loopy, like this, like me. Yeah. You can vary your loop in whatever way you want. Even in that way, if you like. Yeah? And it won't matter, and you can even vary them within the pattern that you're doing. Then it's about embellishing. Pick a way and embellish. You can use your square fills here. Just quickly. You can, let's see, just simply do the inner aura. You can really anything you want here is going to work. You know? And depending on how you fill it, you know, you can have different shading possibilities for this. Let me go ahead and fill this in. And maybe I suppose you could enzeppel it. Sort of squish your water balloon in there. You could then black that. Another fun way to do, another fun thing to do with this pattern is to, sorry, can't talk and draw at the same time apparently today, or most days. So one of the other things you can do then is aura the outside. Well, I have got my creative drawing going really well today, don't I? And you can aura this loosely or tightly, but you can see even misshapen as I have it here, it's fun and cute and has lots of possibilities. Now, let's figure out how we might approach this in a different way. Yeah. And then this is like one of my Celtic Knot patterns right there. Loop, 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 loop. And then you do your fills. I find this diamond method much, much easier. And we got the exact same result, and I got a much more uniform result. So drawing diamonds in first might be a better plan for you. And you can still make your diamonds that you draw in funky if you want to. You know, if you've got something really funky going on and you want to handle your diamonds in this way, I say, why not? Yeah, like that. I actually like, not sure that's a good method for this, but I actually like the diamond shape bowed in. Whoops. And then, sorry, I'm drawing through my viewfinder again. I actually kind of like that. And then we've got a different shape. In here we can work with, if I do a neater job with it. I like that actually. So I kind of love this variation. You could even put a little loop on the end of that. Well, next I'll have you under and overing in the loop in the Celtic fashion. I'm not going to do that to you, but this is very easily could very easily be a pattern that you can under over Celtic knot fashion. And I believe I have a video that does that. Okay, so Jester. Let's give Jester, we'll stick him in right here. Starting with my inner auras for separation. Those got kind of thick, which is fine. Now, I'm going to have to really pay attention to the size of my little diamonds. Raise this up just a little bit. To the size of my little diamonds, and not get them too big so that I've got room for the looping thing coming up. So let me see if I can do that. Well, that may have been too small. And it's funky, but that's okay. Okay, then I'm going to add my little loops. Trying to remember that I plan to aura them on the outside. So these are all going to be lost on the top, I think. And then continuing that on the bottom. Really like that. Now this is your playground. I'm going to start with my outer aura. Alright, then down here. I like where this is going. And I like this little pattern that developed when I aura'd each side. I'm going to either aura or black these little guys. On the inside. And I really like that effect. Really like it. I really like it so much that I may leave it like this and just shade in these spaces. Which I think I'm going to try and see how that turns out. And if it turns out poorly, then I may change my mind and try something else. But I really like how that turned out, actually. So, and there's a lot of dark in this area, and I think we can do with a little light, so that's where I'm going to go. And for shading, I think I'm going to put graphite in all of these little arid blanks, if you will. Just for some contrast. I think it's going to accentuate some shapes and patterns in here that we would not have noticed maybe. And brings into into prominence this sort of bowl shape that I've got going on in the middle. I really like how this turned out a lot. I'm a fan of this, and we'll probably use this and experiment with it a lot more. I think I'm probably partial to it because I use that exact same pattern in my Celtic Knot video for a Celtic Knot, and you know, if you're curious about that, let me know and I'll help you out with it, with which video to watch. But that is cool. That is a cool pattern. Jester by Canada's Cyndi Knapp. Thank you, Cyndi, for such an awesome pattern. And for having the great name of Cyndi. That is also awesome. I'm easy to please most days. All right. Let's smooth this out and see where we're at. I don't want to go overboard on the shading because I don't want to lose my pretty little pattern thing I've got going on, but smooth it out just a little bit. Sort of make sure the graphite and the tooth of the paper are one. Yes, Zen. All right. Now, there's no reason you couldn't aura the middle of these and do some design or something in there. I really like the simplicity of how this turned out. So that's where I'm going to leave it today for day 60. Oh my goodness. Tomorrow is another weekend. Drop me a pattern name if you've got something you would like to see added to this. That's no problem. You guys that are emailing me, I'm getting your emails. I'm behind both on comments and responses on emails, but I tell you, I am hearing them and I appreciate each one of them, and you guys are awesome. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being with us for the first, what is it, 2/3 almost, and we'll be back tomorrow for another day, day 61.